Hello everyone. In today's session, we will dive into the power of Terraform data source, showcasing the utility with practical example to dynamically fetch external data in infrastructure as code. So in today's session, we will learn about what is Terraform, what is Terraform data source, and what are the benefits of using Terraform data source with the example by just creating an AWS instance in our AWS console, and in that we will define a data source which will give the output of our AWS instance by simply specifying the public IP. So it will basically display our IP address. And then we will apply our final Terraform configuration along with the data source and output values with the help of Terraform command. And at last we will conclude. So let's start. So these are the table of contents which we are going to learn today. So what is Terraform? It is an open source infrastructure as a code software tool where you define and create resources using providers in the declarative configuration language, example JSON. So with Terraform, you can package and reuse the code in the form of module. So it supports a number of cloud infrastructure providers such as AWS, Azure, etc. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is data source in Terraform. So the data source in Terraform are used to get information about resources external to Terraform, and we use them to set up our Terraform resources. So let's take an example. A list of IP addresses a cloud provider exposes. So data source serves as a bridge between the current infrastructure and the desired config, allowing for more dynamic and context-aware provision. So for example, a particular infrastructure as code repository may have resource declaration for database as well as for storage. So while others may have declaration for compute resources, thus multiple infrastructure components are provisioned using separate Terraform projects. So in such cases as well, data sources play a crucial role in sharing the resource information and what is available only after the provisioning is complete. So data sources allow data to be fetched or computed for use elsewhere in the Terraform configuration. So let's take an example. If you want to create an EC2 instance, so there are multiple AMI IDs for the respective OS. So if we want to create an EC2 instance in the Mumbai region or in the Singapore region, the EC2 instance of OS will consist of different AMI IDs. So with the help of data source, we can just create a data block, and in which if we set to the Mumbai region as default, then it will give the AMI ID for the Mumbai region. So data source is useful to give the current latest information about the AMI, or we can use for different purposes. So this is the difference between Terraform and Terraform data source, which you can refer this from article, and Terraform resources and also Terraform data source. So now let us understand the benefits of utilizing Terraform data source. So benefits of data source are to enhance code reusability by reducing redundancy and promoting maintainability, efficiently handle external data, fostering a dynamic approach to infrastructure management. Common mistakes. So be aware of overlooking error handling, validate outputs, implement and conditional logic, and rigorously test confidence for robust data source usage. The real world use cases fetch external data for networking or configuration management scenario, showcasing data sources versatility in diverse infrastructure setups. Security measures prioritize security by avoiding exposure of sensitive information, employing encryption, and implementing access control to protect Terraform configuration. Future developments anticipate Terraform evolution with enhanced support for cloud providers, improved filtering, and advanced querying capabilities for cutting-edge infrastructure code. So these are the benefits of utilizing Terraform data source. Now we will do the practical to understand about the Terraform data source. So just you can refer this code. So currently I am using Visual Studio Code Editor to deploy our configuration in AWS. So here you can see I have created a simple resource block of AWS instance. So first I have mentioned the provider, which is AWS, and I'm currently using region AP South 1, which is Mumbai, and the profile is set to default where we specify our access and secret key. So here in the second block, I have created the resource name as AWS instance and given the name as EC2 example. And here I have mentioned the AMI ID. So AMI ID is of Ubuntu and the instance type is T2.1. And the tag name is Terraform EC2. So after the instance creation, the name of the instance will be Terraform EC2. Now let us understand about the data source block. So here in data, I have given the name as AWS instance and my AWS instance. So I have created a data block for the AWS instance and given the name as my AWS instance. So next I have used the filter block. So for example, there can be multiple EC2 instance. So we just need to specify that what instance you are currently using. So it will be understood by Terraform. So here you can see in filter block, I have mentioned the name and the values is Terraform EC2. So it will particularly show the IP address of the required EC2 instance, which I have named as Terraform EC2. So it depends on block. I have mentioned the AWS instance.ec2 example. So for latest version, we can use this without entering a double quotes. So just save this. And at last, we have fetched the info from the AWS. So value, where you have to mention the data, AWS instance and my AWS instance with the public IP. So there can be multiple attributes if you need, but currently we need just public IP address. So it will fetch the data from the AWS instance and by applying the filter, it will search for the instance name as Terraform EC2 and it will throw the public IP address. So now we will just apply this configuration. So just open an integrated terminal. Just type Terraform init to initialize the provided plugins and the backend. So here you can see the Terraform has been successfully initialized. Now we will type Terraform plan command. So it will show that what are the resources which we are going to create. So here you can see plan 1 to add 0 to change and 0 to destroy. So after we apply this configuration, so here you can see the output block. It will known after the apply. So here you can see a EC2 instance and the data block. Now we will apply a configuration. So just type Terraform apply to apply the configuration and just type yes. So here you can see our apply has been completed. So just don't worry about this error. This error is due to the internet connection. So we will just visit our AWS console to check whether the instance is created or not. So here you can see this is our console home. Just click on EC2 and in EC2 just click on instance run. And here you can See that Terraform EC2 instance have been created successfully. And if you click on the instance ID, here you can see the public IP address. So the our output will be this, the address, IP address. So we have successfully seen about Terraform data source. So now we will conclude for today. So Terraform data sources enable the retrieval of external information to inform infrastructure configuration. So by defining a data source block, querying relevant data and seamlessly integrating into resource attributes, Terraform provides a dynamic and flexible approach. So in practice, using data source allows for efficient and automated management of diverse infrastructure, enhancing the power of Terraform configuration. So for reference, you can visit the official website. And if you have any queries, please contact us. Thank you.